Hello to all my friends out there. So today is dollar day at the thrift store. So I will be going to the thrift store and I will be trying to find stuff for $1 that I can sell for at least $20 on eBay. So last night someone made mention of the fact that the reason people only have 2 weeks of food, it was mentioned on the Dave Hodges show that 94% of the people have only enough food in the house to last 2 weeks. I have always stored food. In my kind of job, when I was a hairdresser, we could have 3 slow months. That was not uncommon. I mean, all kinds of things could happen. So this follower mentioned that that's because people are living from paycheck to paycheck, which makes sense. If you think about it, you just barely have enough money to buy the food you need. You eat it, and it's like a vicious cycle. So what you have to do is you have to find ways to free up some money. You don't have to kill yourself trying, but if you can, then you're going to be able to secure a little stockpile. So I have 10 ways that can really help build a stockpile. 1, buy the large cans for $1. You've got to scour around a little bit and find those large cans for $1. I buy in the large cans tomatoes, I buy green beans, I bought potatoes, anything I can find in those large cans. A lot of people are resistant to doing that because of the not wasting. It's better to waste than not have enough food. Those containers are supposedly 6 servings, but nobody eats that big. That would be like if you were eating a cup of green beans. But you can freeze the rest. What I do is I just eat them down until I've had it, and then maybe I freeze them, maybe I don't. Okay, so buy large cans. Number 2, buy dented cans. That's really going to stretch your budget. This week I buy 1 unidentified large can of food for 50 cents. I will eat it. I don't care what's in there. And I bought 1 dented can of SpaghettiOs for the stockpile. So just carefully, the main thing you want to make sure is that there's no possible leaks in the can or that the top is bulging. If it's just a little dent and it's marked down. I heard, what is that store? Big Lots has dented cans a lot. But what I do is I just go to the markdown. Almost every store has markdown bins. And I inspect the cans, and if it's something, for 50 cents, okay, a can of SpaghettiOs would be a meal. And one thing you could do is eat one of those, say, once a week. I eat them sometimes in my car, just to be eating them. So, okay, number 2, buy dented cans. Number 3, buy marked down food. I try to find marked down cheese and marked down meat, and Walmart usually has marked down bread. And so if you mark down cereal, I mean anything, they mark down everything. So if you buy marked down food, that's going to save a little money. Okay, number 4, make cheap meals. I'm famous for this one. You guys have seen my cheap meals. Don't make cheap meals you hate. I mentioned my mother-in-law would make goulash. Goulash is actually cheaper than spaghetti, and she would make it about once a week. I think people who get by on very little money just have habits. I like grilled cheese sandwiches. Those are pretty cheap too. Okay, number 5, do $1 shopping. So, if you can find things for $1 that are half decent, get those. I buy $1 packages of cookies habitually. I like those Tea Party cookies that I buy at Dollar Tree. Don't pay $1.39. Don't pay $2.98 when you make a special point To get chips are another thing you can get for $1. One thing I'm going to be stockpiling is tortilla chips, because you can use them like bread, and you can make like tortilla chips with whatever meat you have, or beans. Number 6, find food at the cheapest possible price. That means if you know that bread is a few cents cheaper at Walmart than Dollar Tree, you're going to buy your bread at Walmart. If you know you can get 4 yogurts at a Dollar Tree as opposed to 2 yogurts, for $1, you're gonna buy your yogurt at Dollar Tree. Probably the best buy on yogurt is Aldi's. So you're gonna find the cheapest possible price. A lot of times Aldi's has eggs marked way down. Rotel tomatoes are cheapest. Canned milk is the cheapest at Aldi's. You can get 50-cent soup sometimes. Last week all they had was tomato and chicken noodle. So Aldi's has 50-cent soup. Or you're going to wait for the food to go on sale. Okay, now I have just spent a week doing taquitos, stuffed biscuits, and I found a way finally to roll my food in eggs. A monster has been created. Those eggs I made that I rolled the biscuits in were very, very good. And thank God today is the end of my low-carb diet. The dieting 3 days works. It's not too bad, and then you can go back to eating anything you want. Okay, so I made taquitos. They're cheap. You can stuff them with potatoes and have some tomato soup. You can stuff them with meat. You can stuff them with rice, meat, and cheese. Stuffed biscuits. I think those stuffed biscuits are really nice. My son and I had those for snacks. I stuffed them with chorizo, rice, and cheese. Those were good. But the thing about the taquitos, the stuffed biscuits, and the stuffed eggs is stuff them with anything you have. Vegetables are good. Number 8, make large pots of food. One of the large pots of food I make is macaroni and cheese. And you guys, if you've been following me, have seen me make it a zillion times. And what I do is I just melt two tablespoons margarine, 2 tablespoons flour, and I cook it to take the raw taste out of the flour. And then I add 1 can evaporated milk, 1 can water. I mix it. I add it little by little to make a white gravy, and then I add cheese. I don't go wild on my cheese. I just get enough cheese in there to make a nice cheesy sauce, and then I put the pasta in. That's one of the big pots of food. Or you can make it, if you make stuff from scratch, you can make a small amount, you can make a large amount, you can make a large batch of goulash, you can make a large batch of spaghetti, a small batch, large pots of food. Okay, number 9, save all the leftovers. One thing I like about the stuffed food is if you want to make 3, you can make 3. You're not wasting your food. I bought tortillas marked down to 50 cents, so you get 2 packages of tortillas, and so that gave me 75 tortillas. Number 10, buy cheap food you know is going to stretch your budget. So I'll just go over some that I know is going to stretch. The $1 cheese. I have probably 5, 6, 7 packages of cheese sliced. Also, this grating your cheese up, like grating a half a bar. That's really, not making good use of your resources. You're going through a lot of cheese when you don't really need that much. I do like really cheesy stuff. Also, with the sliced cheese, you can melt a little in milk and dip your tortilla chips and then have salsa. And I've been making my own salsa out of Rotel tomatoes. So cheese, any kind. 50-cent soups. Those are really going to stretch your budget, and if you don't get around to eating them, then they're in the stockpile. Peanut butter. $1 peanut butter can make all kinds of peanut butter sandwiches. One sandwich that I like that you might want to try, and don't knock it till you try it. You put margarine on your bread, you put peanut butter, and you put brown sugar, and that is very yummy. Okay, lunch meat. I have my freezer packed full of lunch meat. That is a form of food storage. So say if I have 75 packages of or pieces of sliced cheese and 75 pieces of bologna or salami or whatever I get, that is 2 sandwiches a day for a month. Okay, Aldi's pizza, $2. That's going to give you 4 nice big pieces of pizza. Aldi's burritos, they're about $2.48 for 8. That's going to give you 1 week breakfast if you want to eat that. Turkey bacon from Dollar Tree, that's going to give you a lot of bacon stuff. You can put a little bacon in your Alfredo, you know those packages of Alfredo. You can have bacon and eggs. You can stuff your biscuits or your taquitos or your eggs with a little turkey bacon. Chorizo. Generally, when I make stuff out of chorizo, I just use about this much, and it's going to make a nice chorizo and egg burrito. It's going to flavor up your refried beans. Powdered milk. I used to be able to find $1 pouches of powdered milk, but now I think you have to get about 3 pouches. Pasta, so you can make macaroni and cheese with your $1 cheese. Pasta, margarine. Get a few bars of margarine and keep those in the freezer. And hot dogs. You can do all kinds of things with your hot dogs. You can have those in your macaroni and cheese. Baked beans, you can stuff taquitos, you can make, I like hot dogs with rice, milk, hot dogs, and then rice, milk, and sugar. I like to eat that. So you can do a lot of things with hot dogs. So what you're doing is you're just finding these $1 foods and keeping those on hand, and then you're going to, like one of these days, you're not going to eat one of those 50-cent soups. So the next time you're going to have an extra soup. You're going to make a special point to find buy one, get one free stuff like that, mark down. So that is my 10 tips on how to build up your food storage. And God bless you all.